Welcome. This is Sal Sothia. Thank you for arriving here with me. Find a comfortable posture if you can, whether you are seated at home or simply listening while you take a moment. If you are in a place where you must watch what is happening around you, keep your eyes open and soft. If it is safe, close your eyes for a breath. Breathe in. Know you are breathing in. Breathe out. Know you are breathing out. Let us understand together. Today we practice steadiness in waiting.
Before we begin, a careful note. This talk offers gentle practices for ordinary waits. Do not attempt any guided practice if you are driving, operating machinery, in a medical emergency, or in a situation where you must remain fully alert. If you feel intense distress or symptoms of trauma, please pause the episode and seek immediate support from a trusted professional or local resources listed in the show notes. This teaching is supportive, not a replacement for medical or legal advice.
Why is waiting important? We often think of waiting as wasted time, annoying, small, unimportant. But waiting reveals something about the heart. When we are forced to pause, impatience, shame, anxiety, even small indignities can arise. The Buddha's wisdom asks us to look at those moments closely. In the Buddha's teaching, these pauses become practice fields, small, honest spaces where we can learn patience, dignity, and presence. Today, I will offer 3 gateways to transform waiting into something that steadies the heart.
Imagine a humble scene in a small clinic in Phnom Penh. A family arrives together, an elder, a young mother with a child, and a teenage son holding a folder of papers. The air is warm. The chairs are simple. There is a quiet nervousness as the family waits for the nurse call. The mother smooths the child's shirt, the son checks the papers again, and the elder breathes slowly, fingers folded. They sit with dignity. No one rushes them. There is a quiet offering of space from the people around them. Notice this image, how attention softens, how small practical acts, like caring for a child or holding papers calmly, preserve dignity. This is an invitation. Even in small, crowded places, we can carry steadiness.
Gateway 1. Prepare. Preparation is not only about documents and pens, it is also about preparing the heart. Practically, check what you need: identification, appointment confirmation, any forms, a pen, water, and a small comfort, perhaps a scarf or a folded cloth. Emotionally, bring a short intention phrase you can say quietly before you enter. Something simple like, "May I be steady," or "I bring calm." Saying one phrase softly helps to remind the mind of purpose and reduces the scatter of worry. Logistics reduce stress. Intention guides the heart. Both matter.
Gateway 2. Attend kindly. This is the heart of practice for waiting. I will teach 2 portable methods you can use almost anywhere. The first is a 60-second breath and sense anchor for when you are in a line or a short queue. Place your attention on the breath at the tip of the nose, breathing in, breathing out, while naming a single safe sensation: the weight of your feet on the floor, the contact of your hand on your bag, the sound of a distant fan. Count gently if that helps. In 1 breath, out 2, to 60 seconds. This is brief and discreet. No one needs to notice. The second practice is a seated breath and boundary for when you have a chair. It is trauma-aware, short, contained, and with a clear stop cue. You will use a 2-part instruction, one to settle the breath and one to create a gentle boundary in the body. I will guide both now.
The 60-second anchor. When you next find yourself in a short line, bring attention to the breath at the nostrils. Breathe in and silently think in. Breathe out and think out. As you do this, rest attention on one safe sensation, perhaps the soles of your feet or the temperature of your hands. If strong emotion arises, you have permission to stop. This is a brief experiment of 1 minute to steady the mind. Try it like a soft experiment, not a task. The seated breath and boundary. Find a chair and sit with your feet on the floor. Breathe in for a short count. 1, 2. then out for 1, 2. Soften the shoulders. Place your hands gently on your lap. Imagine a small, respectful boundary around your chest and belly, like a soft cloth that holds you. As you breathe in, feel the boundary open slightly. As you breathe out, feel it close and support you. Use this practice for 3 to 4 minutes. Important, if at any moment a memory or feeling becomes too strong, say to yourself, pause, and return attention to the environment, sound, light, or movement. This is the trauma-aware stop cue. You may choose silence or an imaginal variation if words feel unsafe.
Now I will offer a short guided breath and boundary you can use in a chair. If you are in a place where you must be aware of your surroundings, keep your eyes open and adapt the practice. If you cannot do this now, you may listen and try it later. Begin by feeling the weight of your feet on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice the weight of your hands on your lap. Breathe in. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2. Imagine a gentle cloth around your middle, soft but supportive. As you breathe in, the cloth opens just enough to allow the breath. As you breathe out, the cloth draws close and supports you. Continue at your own pace. If you notice tension, soften the jaw, relax the shoulders, and return attention to the breath. If anything becomes too much at any point, remember the stop cue. Gently say to yourself, pause, and bring attention back to the sounds around you. Stay here for as long as feels safe.
Gateway 3. Respond with dignity. Waiting sometimes requires action, asking a question, seeking help, or advocating for a need. Keep language short and courteous. For example, "Excuse me, could you please tell me how much longer? I have an appointment and I want to be sure I have time." If you need assistance, a calm statement like, "I need help with this form. Could someone assist me, please?" preserves dignity and opens space. If you are asking for a reasonable accommodation, say for seating or privacy, speak clearly, name the need, and ask for next steps. Offer small acts of kindness if you can. A brief smile, holding a door, or offering the older person your seat, done with respect. These acts keep human connection alive, even when the systems feel cold.
2 small experiments to try this week. First, before one appointment, use your intention phrase, silently or out loud, "May I be steady." Notice how preparation affects your nervousness. Second, in one short cue this week, practice the 60-second anchor. Afterward, quietly note what shifted, your breath, your posture, or your sense of time. Treat these as experiments, not obligations. Be curious. Understanding brings peace. Troubleshooting, safety, and boundaries. Sometimes waiting can signal an urgent need. If you or a loved one is in danger, call emergency services immediately. If waiting triggers strong traumatic memories, stop the practice and reach out to a trained professional or a trusted friend. Do not use these practices in place of medical or legal advice. They support your inner steadiness, but do not replace advocacy or professional care. If an institution is causing harm or ignoring needs, seek help from local advocacy groups or legal resources, which I have linked in the show notes. Always choose your safety first. Summary. Today we practiced 3 gateways. Prepare. Bring practical items and a short intention like, "May I be steady." Attend kindly. Try the 60-second breath and sense anchor in a line and the seated breath and boundary in a chair with the stop cue, pause, if feelings rise. Respond with dignity. Use brief, respectful language to ask for help and offer small kindnesses when safe. If you remember one thing, let it be this. Even the smallest pause can become a field of practice, an opportunity to care for your heart. If this teaching was gentle for you today, consider trying one experiment this week. If you find it helpful, share it with someone who waits often, a caregiver, a neighbor, or a friend. Subscribe to Sal Sothea to receive more short, usable Dharma for daily life. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering.
Thank you for practicing with me. Walk the path with us, step by step.